Hey there, friends. Welcome back to the Content Systems for Growth podcast. If planning your business feels confusing or overwhelming, this episode is going to feel like a big, deep breath of fresh air for you. A lot of women tell me, Michelle, I'm smart, but planning makes me freeze. Time management feels impossible, and don't even get me started on the tech. If that sounds like you, you're in the right place. Today, we're making strategic planning so simple that anyone could follow it. Think of this as your simple planning blueprint without the overwhelm. So let's make this quarter your stop winging it and start feeling confident again. After episode 151, your annual planning blueprint, the next step is knowing how to plan your quarter in a way that actually makes sense for real life. You know what I mean, right? Not for the perfect world, not for the pretend I have 8 uninterrupted hours world, but for your world, for your life. Because here's the interesting part. When you make space for a planning day, everything else gets easier. Your content, your projects, even your decision making. But today, I'm walking you through 5 parts of a strategic planning day, the simplest way that I know how. No fancy terms, no complicated exercises, just clarity. So step 1 is reflection, your 15-minute reset. Let's start with the reflection before you roll your eyes. Stick with me. This doesn't need to take an hour. Give yourself 15 minutes with a notebook and answer these 3 questions. That's it. What worked? What didn't work? And what did I learn? That's it. Even big companies pay thousands of dollars for this step. You can do it in 15 minutes with a quiet cup of coffee. Of course, I want you to have some coffee. If you want to go deeper, you can also do the self-assessment that I share on my blog. But the simple version is more than enough for today. Step 2 is to revisit your vision. Your vision is your North Star. Read it out loud and ask yourself one question. Does this still excite me? If the answer is no, there's no failure. That's clarity. I used to be ashamed of pivoting, but honestly, God uses pivots. Sometimes they're his nudges to move us down the right path. Give yourself permission to adjust your vision if it's no longer matches the season or the assignment that you're in. Step number 3 is to simplify your goals. This is the step where so many women get stuck because we overthink everything. So let's make it simple. One big goal for the year, one clear focus for the next 90 days, one small focus for the next 30 days. 1, 1, and 1. If you only remember that, you're ahead. And if long-term goals make you lose steam, use the 12-week year method. Treat the next 12 weeks like it's its own year. It keeps you moving because the finish line is closer. You can read the book. And always ask yourself, what am I truly committed to? If you're not committed, it won't happen. That's the truth. I had to learn that one the hard way, and I talk about it with my clients as well. Step 4 is to break that goal down into tiny steps. This is where your plan becomes real, but let's keep it simple. Start with the end result and work backwards. Ask yourself, what needs to happen right before that? And then what needs to happen before that? Write it all down. Don't judge and don't organize it yet. Just get it out of your brain what you think needs to happen step by step. Then this is the part where people skip. You actually need to set dates to all of those small steps. If it's just you and your business, great. That makes assigning tasks so much easier because you know you're the one that's going to be doing the work. And friend, make sure you're honest about your time bank. How many days are your kids home? What holidays are coming up? When are you taking time off? Don't plan your quarter in a fantasy world. Plan it for the life you actually live. Your time bank is part of your strategy. It's not an obstacle. Number 5, your content planning for 90 days. Your content has to match your goals. If you're launching something, your content needs to lead towards that. If you're list building, your content should support that as well. But I want to simplify this for you. Plan one type of content per week for the next 12 weeks. You do not need Pinterest, email, Instagram, YouTube, a blog post, a podcast, and 5 reels every week. That's where burnout happens. Start with one. When that feels solid, add another and track your numbers, even if it's messy. Website traffic, email subscribers, social media engagement. What you measure actually will improve. Once you do this planning day, you'll notice something. Having clarity makes content so much easier. But creating that content, that can still feel like a lot. Remember all those things that I named before? That's why my Done For You repurposing exists. You stay focused on your clients, and I make sure your wisdom doesn't get buried inside your podcast episodes or videos. That way, you're visible, consistent, omnipresent, I think I've heard before, and not stretched too thin. So friend, I'll put the link to that down below in the show notes. And here's the next simple step. Head to the blog for all the details from today's episode and the link to my free quarterly planner so that you can walk through each one of these steps every quarter on repeat. You don't have to figure it out alone. Everything is already in there. Yes, it's like 50 pages long. Sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry, maybe. But friend, you don't have to be great at planning or time management to build a business that honors your calling. You just need a simple system that works for the season that you're in. You're doing better than you think. I pray this brings you clarity and peace in your business today. Make it a wonderful week, friends. I appreciate you and thank you for listening all the way to the end of this episode today. Yay! Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you found this episode valuable and learned some actionable tips that you can implement in your business so that you can feel accomplished and less stressed. If you enjoyed this show, please take a quick minute to share this with your business bestie, subscribe, and leave a review. It helps me reach more business owners just like you. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future episodes, please reach out to me on my website. I've created a form just for you. Remember, with the right system and mindset, you can achieve the success your heart desires. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to chatting with you next time. I appreciate you and I hope you have a wonderful week. And don't forget, let's grow, friends.